Said, it's an honor to be in this role. It's really a unique relationship that we've established with the Township of Kearny, the Department of Children and Family Services, and our staff here at the Liberty Family Success Center. So before I do anything, I want to thank our team. The team started before the application was even submitted. We have some great partners here in Hudson County already, so I'd like to acknowledge Doug Bratton from Partners in Prevention, great community partner, Councilwoman Doyle, who was a great friend and helped us when we got started, and of course Mayor Santos, who introduced us to the community and supported our application, and you'll hear more from him in a few minutes. I also need to thank Prevention Links team, Michael Litterer and Craig Nolan, and everybody on my staff who've really spent the last month and a half helping the Liberty Family Success Center team get ready here. So thank you guys for dedicating your time to this team and getting our facility open, because it's really beautiful. And of course, and I'm sure all of us will thank Antonio Lopez and his team for all the work that he's done and the commitment that he has, not just to us and to the Liberty Family Success Center, but across the state. And I don't know that I've ever met somebody who's so passionate about a program, who dedicates so much of his time and energy and vision with each individual center, making sure that we get off the ground correctly, that we have the resources we need, the partnerships we need at the state and locally. So Tony and your team, well, join So your local community team I'm going to introduce, and then the Director of Family Success Centers for Prevention Links. I will also introduce her, and then she's going to have the honor of introducing the mayor and the commissioner and everybody else to follow. But I really wanted to take this time to introduce you locally to the team that will be here, and that we have two family partners, Esther Silva, come on, and Melissa Arenado. Both, by the way, both Kearny, born and raised, both Kearny residents, came through the school system, lived here. I believe, Melissa, you're still here raising a family, and Nestor's not too far away, right? And our site director here, she's been with Prevention Links for a year now, I think a year effective tomorrow, really knows family success, an incredible, dedicated staff person who's now going to be the lead here on site, and that's Dominique Garrett. And because we really do also love this model and see its value and share Tony's vision, we have a director of family success centers within Prevention Links who help us launch and grow and develop the teams at our various centers. And I'm really honored to introduce Priscilla Machado, who also is a resident, grew up here in Kearny.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Priscilla Machado, and I am Director of the Family Success Division with Prevention Links. And it's with an overwhelming sense of gratitude that I welcome you to the Liberty Family Success Center here in Kearny. Thank you so much for being here, for taking time out of your busy schedules to just be a part of this wonderful day. It's really the beginning of something great that we hope to accomplish in this community. And I just want to take a couple of minutes just to share my heart and the heart of us here at the Family Success Center, kind of our vision for the work that we're hoping to do here. So I have notes, or else I will freak out and speak at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And nobody will understand what I'm saying. All right, so if you look around, you will notice a theme everywhere. And so our theme really are trees, right? And the cool thing is that if you were to do a tour of all family success centers throughout the state of New Jersey, you will probably find a tree somewhere. In all the centers, pretty much, you'll be able to identify a tree. And it's really because trees are very significant. They're significant for what they afford us: fruit, like the trees in our own backyard, shade on a hot day, a sturdy branch for a child swing, and especially beauty for our eyes and just being able to contemplate their beauty. However, the most extraordinary thing about trees, and other plants for that matter, is not something that readily meets our eyes. What actually makes them extraordinary is their story. At one point, a mighty tree was nothing more than a small seed, and a beautiful, bright tulip was once a pretty dreary bulb, as you can see in our basket on your way out, pick up a party favor. So their journey from a seed to something beautiful and magnificent is really a complicated one, and that's really the story of all of our lives, and we can all relate to that. So this week, a dear friend of mine made an observations about trees and life that really made me think about, or seeds in life, that really made me think about the work of Family Success Centers. We all have dreams. We all have dreams for ourselves and for our loved ones. We may not always have everything exactly as we need to see these dreams come to be. However, we all have seeds in our hands. When we are bold enough to sow these seeds, amazing things start to happen. The desire of our heart here at the Liberty Family Success Center is for this to be a place where families are encouraged to sow. A place where they're encouraged to sow in the lives of their families and their own lives, but also in the lives of their neighbors. A place where they're also encouraged to sow into the lives of their community. Our desire is that through each activity, each workshop and event, all participants would recognize the value of their time, their talents, and their resources. That each of us, parent, grandparent, child, community member, staff, that we would all believe that we can participate in creating a community where families can flourish, a community where great futures are built and where dreams do come true. We are thrilled that you've decided to join us today, sowing your time into the life of the Liberty Family Success Center. We really thank you for that. And it's with this appreciation that I would like to recognize Mayor Alberto Santos, who's here with us this afternoon, and to invite him to say a few words. Mayor Santos has been a mayor of Kearny since January 2000. He has a Bachelor's of Science in Foreign Service from Georgetown University and his law degree from the New York University School of Law. He has been a supporter from the beginning to bring this resource to this community, and we really appreciate that. In each interaction, whether in person or through the countless emails we've sent him, you know, leading up to today, asking him a million questions and saying, help, please help us. He's not only been very, very patient, but every step of the way he's shown a great deal of enthusiasm and commitment to what we're doing here at the center. So welcome, Mayor.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. This is going to be a very important part of our community, this Family Success Center. And the reason for that is because we all know, all of us here present know, that the challenge of raising a successful family is more difficult than ever. We know what's required, or the key elements of a successful family. You know, a good education, having someone instill moral values in you, access to health care. Those are all critical components. But we also know it's more difficult for families today to instill in their children those values, to have a successful family. And the challenges we see every day, some of them are poverty related, some of them are drug abuse related, domestic violence, or in my community, a terrific, diverse community, cultural and language barriers for immigrant families. And then what every child faces, which is negative images in media that a child is exposed to every day. Social media, television, it is a daily challenge for families raising children today. Just one of those challenges could overwhelm a family. All of them together present an incredible burden. But it's a burden that we together, I think, have a responsibility in facing, to address that challenge before that family is in crisis, which is at the heart of what a Family Success Center does. I know and familiar through my family, and also in my role as mayor. And as Priscilla pointed out, and it's hard for me to believe, 16 years, but in my very first month, I was literally overwhelmed. And I've told this story before, but it's one that left me dumbfounded and almost paralyzed for a period of time. A mother and a teenage daughter came to see me at town hall. They were in distress, no appointment. They just waited until they could see me. They didn't speak any English. Although I didn't ask, I kind of knew they didn't have legal residency status. The daughter said nothing and grimaced. The mother explained that her daughter was deaf and mute and that she was in severe dental pain. The mother said she worked part-time jobs on a cash basis. She asked if I could help. This is my first month. That was not the kind of issue, not the kind of issue that I was expecting to have to face. So after that initial shock dissipated and sort of that helplessness went away, together with persons at Town Hall, including Lila DeCastro in my office, we got the dental care that the daughter needed, and we tried to get her the assistance that she needed in order to be raising a daughter with a severe disability in a foreign country with a language barrier, working on a cash basis. So our community needs the resources of health agencies, of houses of worship, of faith-based groups, of government, all working to make families stronger. And it also needs family success centers because they will play an important role in bringing those resources together, preventing family crises, and strengthening the social fabric of our community. So that's why I think this opening is very important. And I'm pleased I'm joined by several members of the Kearny Town Council, Councilwoman McCurry, Councilman Cardozo, Councilwoman Mary Trina DeCastro, and Councilwoman Doyle. Earlier, the Fire Chief, Steve Dill, was here. He had a municipal alliance meeting. The Health Director, Kenneth Pincus, is here. We all agree that this is will be an important place of our community. We'll go for those services that I mentioned earlier, and how to obtain those services, that information, that support. Health services, basic things about budgeting, basic things about employment services and how to get a job and life skills, and teaching a parent how to be a parent, and engaging in a parent to communicate with their child. All these are basic components while you're dealing with everything else, poverty, drug abuse, domestic violence, and everything that gets in the way of trying to achieve those goals. It's also important to me and to the council because it brings us together. It brings together residents, government elected officials, local agencies. It brings hopefully it'll bring all those organizations together to achieve the goal of family stability. It provides a place for local residents to be involved as mentors, which is when we went through the application process, I didn't know that. And I had asked the question, how do we get the community involved? And that's what Priscilla told me, and I thought, what a great thing. So that your very own people you know from your community will be involved in providing the services here. It's also a center that respects, like I said earlier, the rich ethnic diversity of our community. The staff will reflect that diversity, and the services offered here will respect the cultural identities that our residents bring. And if those cultural identities are not respected, then the services can't reach those persons. So altogether, these programs and services will support and strengthen our families in our community. They'll help families flourish, reducing the number of families in crisis. And it's a collaborative undertaking, and it needs everyone's participation. But this is the center where we could bring all those resources together. So I'm very proud and pleased to be here. I want to extend my congratulations to Prevention Links, Pam Capassi, Director Machado, her staff. I'm confident that this center will be a place that everyone will be proud of. And before I wrap up, Priscilla's analogy or metaphor to trees, I think to me was a powerful one. And one of my favorite proverbs, I think it's unauthored or they can't find the author, but it goes something to the effect, I think its origins as an African proverb is, the challenge for us today is to plant a tree under whose shade we don't know if we'll sit in. So we are here developing a center that we hope that for many years to come, there'll be many persons, many families that will benefit, that we don't see today. I mean, we'll see the persons that walk in the store this afternoon, but we don't know how many people will benefit. And that is what makes this undertaking a great undertaking for our community, one that I'm very proud to be of. So congratulations to all of you. I want to also acknowledge the Commissioner of Health for joining us today. We're very happy to have you in our community. You're always welcome in our community, and I know this is important to you as well, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mayor. So it's with great honor that I would like to introduce our Commissioner, Allison Blake, and I will read her bio. So for nearly 30 years, Dr. Allison Blake has been working on behalf of children and families and the social workers who serve them. As Commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Children and Families, Dr. Blake has emphasized an integrated and strategic approach to serving children and families in the state. To that end, Dr. Blake has focused on a community-based, family-centered approach to service delivery throughout the work of the entire department, ensuring the inclusion of the parent and youth voice in the department's planning and quality improvement work, and fostered a significant expansion of partnerships with the community to help enhance child abuse prevention and family strengthening efforts across the state. Prior to rejoining state services, Dr. Blake served as the director of the Institute for Families at the Rutgers School of Social Work, as well as vice president of accreditation operations at the Council on Accreditation. Some may view Dr. Blake's professional career as a cycle with an inevitable homecoming, as she has also spent 18 years at the New Jersey Division of Youth and Family Services, now known as Child Protection and Permanency, where she worked in various direct service and administrative positions. She later worked with a team charged with developing a blueprint for improving the capacity of the child welfare system to improve services to the state's at-risk children and families. Dr. Blake earned her BS in social work from the University of Dayton, an MS in social work from Rutgers University, and a PhD in social work from Fordham University. Let's welcome her.
Or I think it might be close to afternoon. So I'm really so happy to be here, and I want to start by thanking Prevention Links. You guys just do such a tremendous job, and so we're really happy to be in partnership with you again. I have to say that it's been about 5.5 years that Tony Lopez and I have been at this. Really, Tony on the ground with his team, and as Commissioner of a large state agency, what signals success to me is that a mayor made time to come here to be part of this grand opening, but that you are able to articulate in such a beautiful way what our goals are for Family Success Centers and how we are trying to be in partnership with the community. I mean, I don't know about you, Tony, but I just feel like this is absolutely the right partnership. I really want to thank the mayor and really for your remarks. So Family Success Centers really, they grew out of the child welfare reform and really have been about how is it that we as a large state agency can support families in the community, right? And we learned fairly quickly that the way to do that was to help strengthen the community. And that by creating places in the community that would support families and prevent them from going into crisis, that truly was a way to prevent child abuse and to help our communities thrive, which I think is really the goal of everybody here today. And so this is a unique model because we ask partners like Prevention Links and so many other agencies who are here to not house the Family Success Centers in their large social service agencies, but to partner with their local communities to find space where families will feel comfortable, where people walking down the street will see the agency and they'll say, oh, this is a place I want to be a part of. And so that's a shift, particularly when government is involved. But I think that it's pretty fair to say this is the opening of number 53, and so I'm feeling like this model is a success. I think we're reaching so many children and families, and and that's really what we're here to do. I really want to acknowledge all the elected officials here. Again, the success of these centers is really about the relationship with the community on all levels, and so the fact that all of you made time out of your very busy schedules to be here just really signifies to me that this center is going to be really successful, so thank you. I want to acknowledge there are a number of other directors and staff from other family success centers around the state who made time to come today, and really just want to say thank you to you for your support and for everything you're doing across the state to support families. I probably shouldn't clap so close to the mic. I also want to, sorry, I apologize. I really also just want to acknowledge there are many staff here from the Division of Child Protection and Permanency who have played such a large role in our child welfare reform and really have helped us think about how we could be supporting families much earlier so that we can strengthen them and prevent them going into crisis. So I want to thank all of you for making time to be here today. So I know that this is just the beginning, and I can see already that the team here on the ground is going to be an amazing team and that they are going to do amazing work. So I'm going to stay for a little while. I'm going to have an opportunity to talk with some community members, but I really look forward to coming back in a few months when you've established some stronger family partnerships and reach some more people and have an opportunity to hear about the successes of the Liberty Family Success Center. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm going to ask the commissioner to come back. So it is kind of a tradition, right? We always like to have her leave with a token of our appreciation, and before we even open our doors, and that's the beauty of having staff who's from the community, right? We have tons of kids that we know who are from right here from Kearny. So we opened up and we had children come in and really work on this beautiful tree that really symbolizes what we just talked about here this morning. And so it's with great honor that we present to you, and it's a photo book as well with pictures of the children working together.
Very much. Thank you. So I just wanted to share for some of the folks who are leading agencies and public officials here. I've been very fortunate to receive something from the children in many of the family success centers that I visited, and what we do with them is we take them and we hang them in our conference room where the department's leadership team meets every other week, because it's a really good reminder, right, of why we're there, why we're doing what we're doing. And I love the tree analogy and the sowing seeds. So I think this will become a really important part of our discussion. So thank you very much. Thank you. It's just beautiful. Wow. Oh. Thank you.
All right, so once again, I just want to thank everyone. Please, at this moment, just join us for lunch. We're going to have parents who will be participating in a roundtable discussion with the commissioner, and the rest of us, please stick around. Pam, do you want to say anything else?
I just want to invite everybody to come back.
Yes, please.
Come back so we can meet and greet one-on-one.
Yes.
We can talk about our investment in Kearny and the families and find out ways to enhance the work that we're all doing. So just please come back.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.